To make an omelet, you have to break some eggs. That's the philosophy of the Green New Dealers and their beast of a plan. If they can somehow succeed in getting Congress and a president to accept their socialist dreams, there will be a lot of collateral damage. For example, let's say America is able to build unfathomably large numbers of wind turbines and solar panels in only a decade. Where would we put them all? Most of the electricity would have to come from wind turbines. Energy author Robert Bryce estimates that if America were to get all its electricity from wind, it would require a land area twice the size of California. And as it turns out, Americans and many other people from around the world have decided they don't want to live anywhere near giant, loud wind turbines. A growing number of towns, cities, and even states are saying no to wind energy because these projects wreck the visual landscape, are environmentally damaging, reduce property values, and in many cases, make people sick. Green New Dealers are good at ignoring these kinds of energy realities when they talk about their ideas as lofty goals. But if they ever get the power to impose them on the public, they are going to be met with considerable resistance from the working class. In France, people put on yellow vests and came out en masse to protest an impending fuel tax. They torched cars, disrupted traffic, and damaged buildings. Similar protests have erupted in other countries. This is what happens when people believe they are being unfairly taxed and their lives are being damaged unnecessarily by their own governments. And then there's the impact to the United States military. It is arguably the most important factor in keeping peace on Earth. By its very presence, the U.S. military holds the world's despots and dictators in check and provides a formidable force against terrorism. The world would instantly become a lot more dangerous and violent if the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard were not guarding freedom. Yet the Green New Dreamers want to cut American armed forces in half in only a decade. Ask any military expert what would happen if this part of G&D actually came to pass. Power vacuums would be created only to be filled by Russia, China, Iran, and others. Not to mention non-state actors such as ISIS and the Taliban. Free nations everywhere would be forced to go on a crash spending program to bolster their own militaries. That's a lot of movement of soldiers and military equipment all over the world. What could possibly go wrong? If the day comes when some version of the Green New Deal is foisted on the American public, you can bank on this. A lot of people are going to be extremely upset when their lives are flipped upside down. And these are the important people, the ones who make everything work. How ironic that Green New Dreamers imagine themselves as visionaries, and yet they can't see this reality staring them in the face. For the Clear Energy Alliance, I'm Mark Mathis. Power on. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified when new Power On videos are released, and follow our social channels for more great energy content.